Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome back to B10X YouTube channel, and we are in our video number 4 where we are going to compare a name manager and a table based name manager in a list. If you want to create a table creation, you can do that with the following list here. This is going to create you the tables that you want to look, and then you can create the name manager also with it. Again, the methodology looks kind of similar, but there will be a subtle variant in the list here. If you want to check whether your table manager is coming up or your table creation has happened, you can use this. And I already added a name manager video a little while earlier, so probably you can check the steps which is recreated again. So I'm going to make this data set a little differently here. So let me just come back to our sheet 2. This is the data that I have here. Now I want to build the data set. Let me just copy this and then put it in another place, because I want to just differentiate the just a name manager and a table based name manager. So let me just come back here. I'm going to create a column based name manager. Just hit a Control Shift F3. That's going to populate the data set here. And then actually the data set is not selected, so let me just select the data set and then hit a column based name manager, and I will remove the left column out of the equation. I want to name the data set by the headers on top. When I give an OK, that's going to populate a name manager for me. I'll go to the formula and check the name manager here. I got my date and the sales name manager is created in a table form. Now I would like to create a small formula here, so let me just use the simplest formula that I can. I'm going to say sum, and then I'm going to call the sales here, and then close the bracket, give an enter. That's going to give you the data set beautifully. But the problem that I will face when I only use a name manager is if I add some data. So let me just add 2 more months of data with me. I'm going to add a 15 days breakup here, and then I'm going to add some valuation to this data set with some more values to it. My formula will not automatically update here, and I have to change the entire name manager again to update it. That's a long shot to do it. If I convert this range into a table feature data and then add a name manager and I use the name manager, then the data set is going to grow automatically. I no longer want to worry about the data set which I'm going to add a little data. So before I go to the next logic, so let's go for our promotion point. This is our Microsoft Office using AI tools and chat GPTs here, and this is a program that we are conducting in the next Sunday for us. And if you want to know more about this program and the costs involved and other dimensions here, you can go and click the description link below. That'll allow you to know more about it, and this is not even costing you a cup of coffee for you. Just go down to this description below and know more about it. Let's jump back to our table featured name manager. So let me just convert this point. Now I want to convert this range into a table. I'll go to insert and then convert that into a table, and then when I do that, please don't do anything here. So just go ahead with the default part. Check one thing, that's whether your name table headers are checked here. If you have the my table as a header checked, then you are good to go. When I give an OK, that particular range will change. If you wish to rename the table here, you can do that. Now I created this exercise a little while ago, but I've improvised it now. So I saw the table 1 will come normally, so I'm going to give a raw underscore data. Don't give a space in between, it won't allow you to do that. Let me show you what happens if I give a space in between here. That's going to shout at you saying that you cannot do that. I'm retaining the raw underscore data into play. Let me create the same sum function again. I'm going to just say equals. This time around, before I do anything weird here, so I'm going to select this range and then rename the, or I'm going to create another name manager. Shift Control F3 and keep the sales and OK. Now it's going to replace the data set for me for the list, and if I don't want to build them automatically here, then I will select the range that I want to add here. I'll go back to my formula, and then instead of creating this separately, I'll define a name here. So I'm going to call this is my name manager, and then I'm going to give the name to it. So let me select the data set here and then go back to my define name on top, and then name that as sales table. So I'm going to call this a sales table, with name manager. I'll name them in that way. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to just say equals sum, and then I'll say sales table with the name manager and close the bracket and give an enter. Now the data is going to give you the same answer. Let me just show you what happens when I add some data below it. So I'm going to just come back here, copy the data set I made earlier, and when I paste it here, you can see automatically my sum is getting updated here. And this will not happen in a only name manager data set, but if the table and data name manager is used simultaneously, you will get this data set work beautifully for you. This is Vinod signing out from B10X YouTube channel. Please do like, share and comment on our videos, and also subscribe our channel for more informative videos to follow now. This is Vinod again. Thank you so much. Happy updating.